Oh, I've heard something about how to fix those, but it escapes my mind at the moment. Oh, well, there, stand. We must shelter find. Oh, I hope the rest of our party be safe. Why, it was so terrible. The storm hit, your father absconded to attack mine, and the ship did steer and swell until we did upend. Oh.
And yet, I do recall when thou didst bump into me, and I fell into thy arms and into thy lap, and thou held me against the baying winds, the cold water, and thou hast kept me warm.
Oh, Rosinia. Oh, your touch.
Keep me warm.
Oh, Rosinia. If only we were to stay on this deserted island alone.
Away from our fueling families, what shall we do?
A new life we could make here. Why, see these trees. We could rip from them we could rip. That's not coming. We could shelter make of those large fronds on this beachside.
What? Nay.
Yes, and fish. I could take upon a twig and fashion a fishing pole, like, okay, that's not coming down. A fishing pole I could make and fish for you.
Randolph, oh, how I do love thy dreams and imagination, and yet I am a princess. I have duties. One day I shall inherit the kingdom.
Aye, just as your father has many duties. I shall sit myself on this rock and ponder how we are to get off this dusty place.
Randolph, I do wish for thee to come with me, to be mine, to wed me, no longer serving my father, but being his son.
Truly?
I,
Randolph, son of privateers, pirates, could be the crowned prince?
and my husband.
This, why, I would say yes 1,000 times if only I could count that high. Rosinia, I do love you, and I would take your hand in marriage at any moment's time, such as this.
Oh, Randolph!
Ah!
Randolph, thou hast made me so happy, for I envision a life of the two of us with 20 children.
Okay.
I mean, well, I be 13, and thou art?
13.
Aye!
Plenty of time for those
Plenty of
days.
time for 20, mayhaps 2 and 20.
We'll talk. My princess, oh. But we are alone here, the two of us. No other souls do wander this land.
My sister!
Amanda!
Oh,
My sister, you are safe. Your soul is not with Davy Jones.
nay, Randolph, I have seen all of them wash ashore. We are not alone.
Nay, everyone is here, but the ship, it is a write-off.
And just when I thought that we could ride off into the sunset
I
together.
have checked the whole island, and it seems this is the only habitable area. We must all shack up here, it seems.
You're, well, the king.
King,
Bend thy knees not, for I wish not to be burdened with nobility at this time,
Father.
only to be left alone.
but my king, I have collected some coconuts from the island and have brought you 3%.
Did you already tax the trees?
Indeed, I'm practicing.
But Father, why wouldst thou say that thou wishest not to be noble? It is our inheritance.
What is nobility upon a land that does not recognize such? And what is nobility if those who are supposed to rule do not give thy allegiance?
Allegiance.
Allegiance. Right, thank you, good daughter.
But Father, one night we were a ship a storm, by thy fleet.
Forgive me, daughter, for my heart is quite heavy.
Oh, Father,
For the past has a way of making itself anew.
A thought did occur of me. I did last eve offer to cook dinner for thy entire armada. And yet it seems as though a mistake hath been made, and I did serve them rotten food.
what?
Many chamber pot dips I have to clean that evening, and all of them said that they were unwell and could not sail for at least a fortnight's time.
Ah, we shall be trapped here forever then.
A fortnight. A fortnight. A fortnight be a long time, Father.
It be a long time. We will make the best of it, good daughter. For fear not, we shall make do with everything that we have. For our family is of strong will.
Yes.
May we have a moment of privacy?
Sure.
We are doomed! We are to be dead! I have not been without my nobility for more than ever in my entire life. Daughter, I fear to say these words. We will die soon.
Father, where's Mother?
I see her, my queen. She be with.
Husband, this woman, Polly Roger, she has saved my life. I was about to drown, and she, unlike you, saved me.
If it be not for her husband, we would not be in this predicament to begin with. I will not offer thanks to anyone.
Was hoping for an exemption.
Mother, Father, thou, with both of us of you here, I wish to make a confession and share happy news. I have asked thy son Randolph to marry me.
Nay, daughters, this not be true. Say not, it be not be true.
'Tis true, Father,
Wherefore?
but I do not understand what be the origin of thy feud with his family.
Very well. If it must be the truth that I must lay, then the truth shall be laid. You see, good daughter, my queen, you.
Get to the point.
A deep shame does fill my heart, for I had loved his mother at some point. Of course, we were never together in that way. It was forbidden for a man of nobility, I was a young prince at the time, to be wed to a servant, a woman of lesser stature in life. Nonetheless, we would meet on the occasion, until one night my father the king hath come upon us. We were just merely sitting and enjoying the night air, reading prose to one another. My father, in a fit of rage, grabbed me by the hand, pulled me away, and told me that if I were to ever see her again, the entire village and town would be destroyed. Pushing my father aside, I confessed my love for her. Nonetheless, to make an example, this is before I met you, my love.
We shall be talketh about this later.
Yes, but
Yes.
trust the words with which I speak, for I am not a vile man. Nay,
But why didst thou kill his father?
'twas my father who did. I went to protect them, and upon his entry, I went to lunge at my father the king, and my sword found its way by pure accident to the heart of his father. And he witnessed the whole thing take place. And of course, being the prince, I dare not throw my father in harm's way. I took the blame and the hatred.
Are you saying that my father-in-law accidentally plunged himself on his sword?
Yes, in a sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well then, if this be nothing but a misunderstanding, then what wouldst thou have against my marrying her son?
He is of low status.
It is of low status, yes.
Father, hypocrite much?
What is it that thou wishes I do?
I wish for thee to tear up the proclamation that nobility and majesty must marry with nobility and majesty, and allow me to marry thy servant.
Your words do ring truth, my dear child, for you are the bearer of wisdom on an empty heart and soul. My queen, thou not hearest the words with which I speak, thou not hearest and feel the love with which is in thy own.
Daughter, one doth not marry for love, I mean. As a woman, our lot is to marry of equal status.
For duty.
Duty.
And what, mother, tell me, if I should go against thee and betray thy proclamation, what wouldst thou do with me?
Daughter, you know I love you, but I would have to disown you. For you would no longer be a princess or a queen. You would be just
A commoner's wife?
A commoner's
a
wife,
pirate's wife.
and that shall not take place in this house.
'Tis an island!
Yes, but do we not hold truth to our own past in any sort of place?
Mine own parents, mine own father, who hath experienced the same thing I do right now, and thou wouldst disown and disinherit me?
Daughter, it is just the way.
It
It's
is
the way of
the-
the world. But don't let me talk.
Ah,
You interrupt me constantly, my lord. See what I mean about men? Now listen. Randy Randolph is a fine young boy from what I can see. But he's not your equal. It breaks my heart. For I do also know what it is to love someone of a lower status. But it cannot be. Please know that I do love thee, but you must marry within your station, and we will at some point get off this island.
I am going to find a palm tree to lie down under. I do not want to see you again.
We're on an island. We're going to talk about this woman. Come on.
I promise you, my love.
Holly, I have nothing against your son, nor you. You saved my life.
I don't want my son to marry your daughter any more than you want her to marry my son.
Why not? She's a perfectly fine young woman.
He's dating down, if you ask me.
How can you possibly say that?
Because
She's a royal blood.
and my son is a pirate.
He's a booty wiper.
Well, not if I have my way. Let me have my son, and we shall strike this marriage.
It is a deal. Now, Polly, I stole some food. Want a cracker?
Randolph! Where are thee? Randolph! Randolph!
Mother, I was collecting wood for a fire.
Randolph,
Oh, it be all drenched.
sit thee over here.
On this rock?
Your father has much to teach you, my Randolph. You are 13. School is out. But the school of piracy is just beginning. Don't you see the pain you have caused your father? He won't show you. He is a man. But he is bathing in essential oils right now, crying about you.
Father doth cry? He did say a pirate never cries.
Go say this. waves of the sea.
But, mother, I wish not to do this, for I have found a love. And dost thou not know the ways of love? Pray teach me, mother, the ways to love a woman. To give to her 22 children.
Oh, I can teach you pillaging. Do you know that word? Define pillaging.
Pillaging. To pillage. Verb.
Verb? Oh, Randolph.
Mother, please, the Princess Rosinia, do I love much? Why, she hath proposed to me. Why canst thou see that this love, it do blossom in my heart?
Because you are killing the love of my life. Your father has much to teach you, and that cannot be done if you marry.
Mother, why canst thou speak thine own words and speak only of my father's tears and his teaching? Have him not someone such as Marge to teach?
I am a pirate's wife. That is my job. I gave birth to a son and a daughter who is a tax collector of all things. I can handle that because I need a 1099 done. You are to be a pirate. You find your father and you learn the ways. You will find him in a bathing pool with the coconut essence oil because that relieves most of his stress.
Brother, I did hear the good news that thou art in love with Rosinia.
Aye, and yet mother doth not approve. She has cast me to search this isle for some bath to find our father in his nakedness of some sort.
Thou must not take up thy royal duties again, wiping butts.
Think I not? Where I have to understand that if I am to marry Rosinia, a peasant, she would become as well. And never through the royal threshold of the palace we could pass again.
Well, brother, do it for love then. And right now, take action in thy heart. For we are not in the streets of the city. We are not at the royal palace. We are not on our boat. We are on an island. And I shall name myself this island's royal servant. The IRS, for short. And I am here to help Rosinia seize her love.
Wait, sister, but I have thought that the king hath named himself the island's beloved servant, the IBS.
Yes, 'tis true. And I am here to help the princess, and thou, my most beloved brother.
Good sister Amanda, the only person whose heart we must turn is that of our father. For inside him lies many, many a years, hardened like cold anger at the king. We must seek to right this wrong that hath happened.
I know deep down Father loves us. He wisheth for you to be happy, brother. And
There be father in his nakedness.
Is this a rare essential oil I do see before me?
Oh, father, I do take this leaf and cover thy nether regions.
Father, thou lovest us, yes?
I lovest you, and yet knowest thou, our ship has sunk.
No. Good sister, methinks that father did swallow much of sea water, and his brain it did scramble, much like the eggs that I did make for the sailors.
Yes.
Oh, be thou a mermaid?
He seems confused, brother. Perhaps now is the perfect time to tell him of thy marriage.
Father, dearest,
My son, and my daughter, how comest we unto this island? Oh, it doth crash back upon me. I do remember all that I have cared about is lost and sunk within the sea, and all I have is my own flesh to prop me up in this island paradise where we shall the rest of our lives unfold. Pray disappoint me not.
Come, Father, but family just be all that thou needs. Now take thou upon thy fleshy legs. Father, I have a proclamation made to the princess. Well, she to I, no matter, but we are to be wed. Yay!
Yay!
What thinkest thou?
Thou knowest what I think. I have told thee.
That thou art excited?
No.
Father, please, we are thy dependents. Please, give unto him thy blessing, and throw aside thine old fears and sadnesses.
Thou dare to side with that family against thine own father.
Father, it be not a slight against thee. It be love, true and plentiful, that do spring from my heart, much like the well that thou hast bathed under. And it has, as given thee fruitful life and skin, will to me give such a thing.
Thy mother's heart and I did unite and produce the two of thee, and thou shalt our wills unfold. How camest thou to this base denial of thy duty?
Father, thou art a pirate. By thy very own means break the rules on a daily basis.
And pay attention to thy duties. Thou never claims duties on thy duties.
Hast I, in all my wanderings, e'er avoided my responsibility to thee? Hath not I kept thee in finery? Hath not I fed thy stomach and fed thy mind? Hath not I all my sword's achievements laid upon the banquet table for thee?
Aye, Father, thou hast been such a great father to us, and no eye that thou, a father, didst not have for many a year.
Because he killed him.
No like this, and yet it seems to me that in thy lapse of thine own father, that thou hast wishes us to be of great and greater splendor. And we have risen. No longer need us to be pirates. We can be,
Yea, part of the court.
aye, thou hast done a job so well. Canst thou see?
Lookest you down on pirates then?
I do.